Officials from the Merafong Municipality are locked in an emergency meeting with engineering and infrastructure experts. This is in a bid to avert a potential sinkhole catastrophe in the township of Khutsong. Now, the affected residents say they fear for their lives and personal belongings. The recent heavy downpours also adding fuel to the fire, so to speak. And let's speak now to Newzroom Afrika's Tumaole, who is live for us in Khutsong. Tumaole, good morning to you. The visuals you are beaming to us. Tell us whether this sinkhole, which is what it looks to be, it's a sinkhole right in the middle of the road. Was that something that occurred as a result of the heavy rains yesterday, or has it always been there? It's just been made worse?
Well, Koli, the latter stands to be the fact. It has always been here. By always, it is a problem that has been here for several years at least, but now it's just become exacerbated due to the extensive downpour that we've seen over the last few days. And more worryingly, Koli, is that over the next few days, weather forecasters are predicting that the clouds will continue to open up and, let precipitation soak this already troubled area. I'm going to let my colleague Luanda Dlala just paint a picture for you, Koli. So what you see here in the foreground is the sinkhole that has emerged. You can see that the infrastructure is totally dilapidated. It is almost as if bomb shells went off here. And what residents are saying is that this has been problematic because the road has been buckling for the longest while, something that they have been complaining to the municipality and officials about. This is a relatively new sinkhole. There in the distance, you will see another sinkhole that has been there longer. Now, this has led to what you see there, the basic skeletons of what used to be former houses. Now, this big crater here in the foreground now that you're looking at used to be someone's home. It was totally engulfed as that sinkhole collapsed. So this is really a problematic area, and officials are saying that this is more of what can be expected, and more is to come. We would try to give you some more dramatic visuals, but we don't want to err on the side of danger, because it certainly does look pretty bad, and it looks very dangerous and unstable. I've never seen tarmac looking so fragile. In fact, a few days ago, community members were up in arms because they say recently one of their own has fallen into this very crater and has been injured. And as I speak to you about community members, here comes a gentleman right now. Let's see if we can get a word in edgewise. So can you speak to us on Newzroom Afrika? How has this problem been affecting you as residents?
So I read the Retona safe, Lebanamo, I was a safe, and Antoina Lamo, so I have a lot of Buladina, and no 2 times Kilolomon Tenkam, Surubate. So I read the next time Rotola woman. So Gopare more quality, at least the Hunasab could do no fate. So Lebanama was half of a fate. Because I read so no please the government accept so when I into ya go sai
motho a wetse ka mo ola phela ka ola le mala fela
no limetse oh lo na wetse ka mila a survival and la phela na shapo le metse ngena bikinyana sharp.
That's one of the community members here, just giving us an overview of what's happening, saying that someone fell into this very gaping hole here, which is supposed to be the street, and they were injured. Thankfully, it seems as if they weren't killed. This is according to this resident here who would be privy to the information. What's even more worrying, Koli, is that there seems to be also an issue with the electric cabling. As you can see, right here, there's another sinkhole. And my word, this is quite a crevice. It goes all the way down there. And the street pole that was holding up these electric cables has also taken a plunge in. I can tell you that that pylon, that concrete pylon, is at least about 12 meters, if I'm just making an estimate here. It is quite tall, at least over 10 meters easily. And what this has caused is that you can see that there's cable that is hanging luminously, very dangerously low, and it is a live electric cable. And what's even worrying is that there's youngsters who are playing and going about their business. I'm not sure how conscious they would be of the danger of being so close to electric wires. We will try not to encourage them by having them on camera for too long. But let's give a walkabout and let my colleague Leander Dlala just give you his visual representation of what is going on as we walk through what, because people have left, is now an unkept front yard, or was once a front yard. You can see that there's now a formation of another sinkhole. So this is quite a problematic situation, Koli. As I speak to you right now, officials from the municipality, a team of expert engineers, as well as emergency services and other infrastructure experts, are trying to find a solution to this conundrum. And one of the solutions they're trying to find, if you see back into that hole again, is that when these holes appear, they then expose piping that is used to carry water and other, ablution facilities as well, including sewage, which has led to residents complaining that they are exposed to raw sewage. So whenever it rains heavily, you could see that the soil just peels away, literally, and exposes this infrastructure. This is causing a knock-on effect because residents are saying that they are then exposed to water cuts and other kind of unsavory experiences like raw sewage flowing across the streets. This is as when the groundwater levels become saturated, and because the infrastructure is collapsing, the pipes that carry this particular sewage to the various reservoirs around here is also buckling. So it's a compounding problem, and something that the provincial government is very much aware of and trying to get a handle of. We will try to get a word in edgewise with the local municipality, the Merafong Municipality, to see what is the lasting solution. We understand that a team of engineers from the mining community, a very large mining community, surrounds Khutsong, Carltonville and surrounding areas, and they are, I am being told, putting in a hand to bring in their expertise. But the problem is that this is a solution or a problem that does not have a lasting solution. Government is saying people have to be evacuated because over time this will definitely only become worse. Koli, it's back to you in the studio.
Mohlaoli, thank you very much for that visual presentation of what you have just shown us there. It's no longer imminent danger. It's actually a hazardous area to live in, and so authorities, I don't know how it is that people are still allowed to live in that area. You can clearly see that there are residents in that area that very much are occupying homes. It's very dangerous. All right, hopefully Tumaole will give us good news when we talk to him next about what authorities intend doing about that situation. All right.